Louis Mumford, born in 1895, was an American historian, sociologist, philosopher of technology, and a literary critic. Mumford's writing could take you on journeys to the Great Pyramids, or through the streets of medieval cities, or into the workings of the technology and the mega machine. He also did great work on the urban condition and city life, and was particularly noted for his study of cities and urban architecture. But that would only scrape the surface of his broad interest. He was an admirer of that other great urban planner, Patrick Geddes. In terms of understanding cities and their development, Mumford is an inspirational treasure trove. The application of some of his human intelligence and insights around the debate today on artificial intelligence would still fit and would probably make the same sense in the present as it did back then. Mumford died in 1990.
Skinner has a very ingenious way of making a system of highly compulsive organizations seem as though it were a very humane one. This is his great and original contribution. The old-fashioned mechanical collectives, the mega machines, as I call them, were brutal. They used punishment as a way of enforcing conformity. Skinner and the psychological school that he represents have found a much better system than punishment. They first tried it out on animals, and now they're applying it to human beings. Reward them. Make them do exactly what you want them to do without the whip, but with some form of sugar-coated drug or candy, which will make them think that they're actually enjoying every moment of it. This is the most dangerous of all systems of compulsion. That's why I regard Skinner's Walden 2 as another name for hell. And it would be a worse hell because we wouldn't realize we were there. We would imagine that we're still in heaven. Most of the reactions that have taken place in art, including those that come under the head of the beatniks and the hippies, have some underlying sense in the reaction itself. But the remedy is part of the disease. The remedy, in fact, makes it easier for the institutions that now have their hold upon us to be even more compulsive and even more effective than ever before. If we don't care, if we drop out, if we lose ourselves in insane fantasy of some kind, whether a natural fantasy of the neurotic or the chemically induced fantasy of someone who takes drugs, we lose our possibility of restoring our own autonomy, of taking charge of our life, because this requires greater energy, greater effort than that which is required to live through the daily life of a machine worker. We have to become fully activated human beings, every part of us, tremendously alive and ready to take charge. And this can't be done by people who are in escape, people who are who form the habit of total rejection. We must know what we want, not just what we don't want.